So we did more things than side-by-side last time. What we do, axles, shocks, tie rods, but it still doesn't have the most important part of a side-by-side that you're going to take on the trail, which is a sound system. A beer system?
Yes, right here. Pull this lever, beer comes out.
Sound system, so you can listen to tunes while you're out on the trail. Last time I went off-roading, I brought a little, Bluetooth speaker. It wasn't the best. I had to throw it places. It fell out. So today we've got some parts, and we're going to make our own soundbar because the ones you can buy are really expensive.
That's really sad to hear because my plan for Music of Mine was to bring a Bluetooth speaker and put it in the cup holder. Sounds like that's not going to work.
It's going to fall out. Up here on this shelf of unfinished projects sits a bunch of speakers and stuff, so we got to figure out how to get those.
What you can do is you can climb on these particle board surfaces with your full weight.
Yeah. I thought I could get over there, but it's...
This is what he does to weekly dust his longhorn head. He's going the wrong way. I don't know what's happening.
We have mixing cups.
Ooh. Pixis.
Tractor speaker.
Tractor speaker. That plows corn. Oh, that's now stuck to that metal thing.
Bluetooth amp.
Hey, I bought one of these like 2 years ago for the bug and have not installed it.
Stereo speakers that were never installed.
Oh, see, this is what I thought was going in there. Oh, so it's going to be a quad speaker?
I don't know. We got to decide that.
10 speakers.
Epoxy.
Oh. This is going to be all over me in about 10 minutes.
I'll let you explain that one.
I'm young. We don't need this.
And the fibers for your lungs.
Ah, the lung fibers.
Oh wait, no, there's the most important part. The switch.
Isn't the most important part the actual music?
No, how do I get down?
I will lay out these fiberglass mats so you can jump into them and then be itchy for your entire life.
So my original idea was like there's all these screw holes right here. Like we could put up some sort of board, screw into it, and then like just do the speakers up, kind of like that.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Done.
That was easier than I thought. Only thing is, do you think we're gonna hit our heads on it when we're bouncing around?
Oh, for sure. Well, when you say we, I'll be in the other Polaris.
There's a fair amount of headroom up there. Like if we just did like that sort of thing, straight down.
What we have is the perfect opportunity because your nautical Polaris is in the driveway right here. And I noticed that these speakers are providing sound for everyone behind you.
Oh, so we're gonna do.
So, well, out of 4 speakers, are you not going to provide any sound for the rest of us on the trail?
I don't know. My other thought was build something that like comes in from the back, and speakers are just kind of like mounted back here. But then you're got something. You're gonna have something sticking out back here.
Yeah.
Are you bouncing on the
I'm anticipating a. Oh my God! There's a bump.
Okay, so we have a plan. We're gonna do kind of like an angly box up here. The amp is actually gonna go, I think, up in here because this cord is only so long for the remotes. The remote is gigantic for some reason, and we're gonna try and stick it right up in there. So first step, I think we're gonna try and make a triangle-ish box for the speakers and figure out how it gets mounted up there, and there we go.
Attach the flim flam to the Billy Bob and divide by 3.
You're done.
Measure 3 times, cut 3 times? Measure 3, glue once, cut 4. I would like it to be known that's a technique that was once pioneered by the great Steven Spielberg.
So we need to make a triangle piece. Alan's gonna do math to figure it out.
Okay, so we worked on this thing called geometry. 1/2 length times width gave us a number, which isn't right at all, because that's for area. We then tried to work pi into the equation. That doesn't work either. Pi is for circles, much like a pie is a circle. Delicious. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Thank God no one gave me the measuring tape. Back to you, Bill.
We're gonna use an angle finder.
Oh, that's cheating.
I think it is 180 now that you say that.
Yeah, because if we had, that'd be 90. Yeah, because this has to be 90 degrees total, and 45. Because it would be if it was a not a parallelogram. Is 135 is an amount of numbers. I know that's gonna end in a 5. This gotta be 50. This has to be 50. Did I just break math? Oh no, because that's 40. Oh, we did 40 degrees. Why did I put 45? I'm dumb. That's 40. Math. A+++. And now, this is forever inside of Steven's speaker. 50 degrees. Took you that long. Huh. This is a recreation of things I said 10 seconds ago when we learned this.
Huh. How is that nowhere close to 7?
How did we come up with... You know, it's because we didn't use math to calculate. Didn't I say 17 to begin with? If that's 17, I'm gonna freak out.
But I measured it like, oh, you know what? There's a 7. I was looking at the wrong 7.
Oh.
It's got 2 sides.
Oh. Darn light. Oh yeah. I mean, you got 3 inches, and you're only 2 inches taller than I am. Are you like 6 foot? 6 foot. Because I lie and say I'm 5'10". 5 volts.
So we've got our epoxy here. We're using boat epoxy because this thing could get wet, so we want it to be waterproof. And yeah, go to the doctor. We've got the slow hardener, the resin itself. We've got the West pumps here, so this measures everything out for you. So all we gotta do is put the pump in there and pump one, good to go. There are many ways to do epoxy. We have chosen the wrong way, or at least that's what some of you will tell us in a minute. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wet down the wood with epoxy. Actually, first we're gonna cut our fiberglass mat, which I seem to have lost, 2 sides. Oh, cut that out.
Cut it out.
We're gonna cut our mat to size. Then we're gonna wet down the wood with epoxy. We're gonna put the mat over it. We're gonna wet the mat down more, let that dry, do the other side, and then maybe probably a second layer, maybe a third layer. We'll see how thick it gets. The ends here we didn't bother to close off because we're just gonna rely on the fiberglass to stiffen that up. And yeah, so now we're gonna mix some chemicals and try to not inhale them unless we want to.
It's so soft. It'd be nice to use as a blanket.
Just cuddle up with it.
Just, you know, it's a little chill. Oh my god, look at this.
Oh wow, that's nice.
That was meant to
That
be.
was planned.
One, 7. Anything like that?
Yeah. right, so our fiberglass is all dried up now, and I learned a few things along the way. Mostly that I think I did this a little bit wrong, but that's okay. We're learning here. So I think the first mistake I made is this fiberglass mat that I got. I wanted to get the heaviest and thickest stuff that I could, and unfortunately what that meant is that it's also going to be the hardest to work with. So you can see on this top ridge right here, it did not want to fold over and lay down at all. I spent a lot of time trying to push it down, get it to lay down. It did right there, but not really anywhere else. So we may just not have fiberglass on that ridge right there, but whatever, it's already wood, it's covered in epoxy, it'll probably be fine. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna trim all of this stuff off. If you saw, there was one point in the first layer of fiberglass where I was able to just cut it off with a razor blade knife. I caught it a few hours after it started drying, but this second layer dried all the way overnight, and a razor blade knife is not gonna get through there now, so I'm probably gonna grab the router and cut it off. Yeah, so we're gonna clean this up, probably sand it down a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna go grab a can of the aerosol truck bed coating and coat it in Raptor liner. And we'll start wiring things up. Are done. The box came out pretty good. So the Raptor liner in the aerosol cans doesn't cover nearly as well as the stuff does that comes in the bottles and you hook up to your air compressor or whatever. So you can still see the fiberglass coming through in some places, especially like right here on the end. But this is going to get Raptor lined again with the better stuff when we Raptor line the entire side by side. So not going to worry about that right now. The speakers, you may have noticed the tractor speakers didn't make it. Turns out they are both blown, so they're just kind of trash now. Those are heavy. And the store didn't sell the same speakers anymore, so I just got something that was kind of close. It's also marine grade, so they can get wet, they'll be fine. The end where the wire goes in here, I'm gonna wait till we take the box off to Raptor line it again to silicone that and make that waterproof. And these are also up here really secure. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. It's bolted to the back on this steel bar here in 6 places. I think it's gonna hold up just fine. So up here in the engine bay, even though there's not an engine in here, this is what I call it. We've got our amplifier. We got our power coming in right here from our switch that is up in here. So you turn on the accessory power, it's hard to see right now because it's daylight, but your switch lights up. Turn your switch on. You've got your control panel over here, which, by the way, this thing is huge. If I was doing it again, I'd probably get a different one that's a lot smaller. One thing I don't like about this right away is like the power's on now, but to turn it on after the power's on, you have to hold the play button for like 7 seconds or something ridiculous like that until it starts to light up just like that. So every time you turn your side-by-side off and it loses power, if you want to turn it back on, you're going to be hitting your play button again. But you know, we're here, whatever. So yep, we are good to go. We've got sound. You just Bluetooth to your phone. You can play your favorite song here. But yeah, so it's done, it works. We're actually, the reason I'm not gonna spend any more time trying to work on the finish on this is because we're actually going off-roading tomorrow, so I wanted to get this ready to go because last time I took a little Bluetooth speaker and I lost it a few times on some steep hills. So good to go tomorrow. Actually, why don't we see how that went? Oh, give it some gas! Look at this. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, did it get hot?
So we're halfway-ish of the day done, and the speakers have not fallen down yet, which is good. Only thing I don't like is this dumb button. Every time you turn the side-by-side on, you gotta turn the speaker system back on. Also, it's still so big. But it works, right? And no, it doesn't work right now.
I'll continue side-by-siding in silence.
Otherwise, I'd say it's a success. We'll do some more Raptor lining whenever we Raptor line the rest of this, so stay tuned for that. And until then, we'll see you later. Or will we? Are you gonna make it out of here?
I'm honestly surprised we made it this far. Who's this? Look at that! Show off, they have reverse.
So we have here our first official piece of fan mail, so we figured we'd open it on camera, because why not?
It only took 3 years.
To be honest, I'm a little afraid of what's in here because the guy who sent this to us knows about pickle beer and he had some, and I'm thinking this may just be his remaining cans of pickle beer because they were terrible and he didn't want to drink them. Or it could be just more of those.
Are you opening up the suspicious package?
Alan's convinced it's a mail bomb, but we'll find out what it is here in a second. This isn't the best.
That's what I also call men strippers.
Another box.
Another box? Oh, God. Oh, this is a box of ducks.
Wait.
How well this is packaged.
Yeah.
Is this a salty surprise?
It's hard to tell if it's sloshing or like peanuts or something. Oh my god.
Is it pickle beers? Oh my god.
Well, let's take a turn for the worse. Oh god,
it's
there's more than just pickle beer.
Are these pickle candies?
Oh,
My goodness. So confused. I think there's various south of the border treats. There's spicy candies.
Something lime or lemon, I don't know what that is.
I see
Lemon.
lollipops with little things on them,
Snacks.
with like cinnamon in them.
Pulse balls with chili.
Salt and lemon hot powder. Huh.
Yeah. Sticker for Bob.
A Bob sticker.
Oh, Sasquatch.
It is. It's pickle beer. A pickle beer we have not experienced yet. Thank you very much.
Do we say thank you yet? Because what if this tastes just like the other pickle?
Well, I anticipate some failure in my future. And every time there's a failure, you have to drink pickle beer. Ugh. It's a lime.
Oh.
You know how I know that? I just saw a picture of a lime on the package.
Try a chili ball.
You're right. You should try chili ball. Oh wow. There's like a limey, salty flavoring on the exterior with a tender green morsel of deliciousness in the middle. Looks like a meatball.
It's kind of like a spicy, I don't know, I'm not chewy, but I think you bite into it.
It's actually really good.
Well, thank you for all the treats, and we will probably be failing at something soon, at which point we'll save these for that.
After the salt resides, the heat hits you. It's a delay of heat. But thank you.
Yes.